which is that ChatGPT sleeps below 50% time ever as Gemini and Cloud surges. Okay. And well, a round of reports from last week put ChatGPT share of the AI assistant market at 46.4% or around that number. The first time below 50% since they launched, with Gemini at 27.7 and Cloud at 10. In raw users, ChatGPT leads over 1 billion monthly. We already know that, but Gemini is climbing mostly for Android. And I will call this 100% noise, and let me explain. And this is why I really believe that the whole valuation of Cloud being so high, it doesn't make any sense. 10% of the, it's nothing. How you're going to tell me that's a $1 trillion business? But whatever. Okay, let's leave that on the side. This number is a little bit weird. Okay, let me explain. Okay, us internally, okay, at Valuseed, we have Gemini because we pay for Google, right? For Google Workspaces, and we have Gemini because it's useful for a lot of things. Okay, don't get me wrong. Having Gemini inside Google Docs and all that is actually extremely useful. We like it. Okay, that doesn't mean we only use Gemini. You know what I mean? Like by any means. Like it's nice to have inside the ecosystem, right, of Google. That doesn't mean we are just jumping out and just using Gemini. We'll never do that ever. Like at least not in the future, right? Like I don't see us doing that a year in advance, 2 years. I don't think it will happen really, but it's nice to have it inside the tools that Google already has, so it makes sense to use it. Okay, that's pretty nice. But I will make the case that this is completely noise because of several reasons. Okay, like the increase of Gemini is mostly because Android phones. Okay, there's a lot of Android phones in the world. Most of them suck, and most of them they probably don't even use Gemini for real. They just have it installed.
Press a
So
button and it accidentally comes up, and they're like, "What the hell? How do I get to
yeah,
that?"
what is this? It's like
Go
it's
away.
like when by accident I call Siri, like it's the dumbest thing in the universe. I don't care. Like I I I need to disable it actually because it doesn't provide any use really. It's so bad. But I will call this noise because the reality is that is still the most used by daily users by a long shot. Like we're not even close actually to the rest of the business aren't even close to whatever they're doing there. 1 billion active users, it's an insane number to pull. And I have said this before that I don't fully like those numbers because they have a lot of users from poor countries that they will never pay for this, like India, Pakistan, Bangladesh. They have extremely high populations, but with really no money to pay for these services. But even with the first time having less than 50%, if they play their cards correctly with this whole fiasco with Anthropic, I think they can go back to 50%. I think they can go back to 50% or even increase it. Everything depends how smart they play this game.